All right, we're getting ready for some North Dakota Legion baseball going on today here. My name is Sam Jensen, doing a quick test of the audio. Going to see how we sound here, getting ready for a matchup between your Grand Forks Royals and Post 2 out of Fargo. All right, sounds like we're coming in pretty okay. Our pregame show is going to start shortly at about 4:30. Going to get a couple of other things squared away here in the broadcast booth. Excited to bring this game to you on the Rivarts Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. North Dakota Legion baseball today. Post 6 Grand Forks Royals taking on Post 2 out of Fargo. We're excited for this one right here on KNOX. receivers on the right side of the offensive line.
The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
All right, we welcome you for what is going to be a beautiful afternoon of North Dakota Legion baseball between your Grand Forks Post 6 Royals and Post 2 out of Fargo, one of the more premier Legion baseball clubs in the state of North Dakota and the entire Midwest for that matter. Very excited for tonight's action. My name is Sam Jensen. I will be doing play-by-play. We have Joey Spanger behind the camera for you this evening. This is a video-only coverage. We got the Minnesota Twins on KNOX this evening, so we're going to be taking this exclusively on KNOX Live Sports. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues, tell your family to tune in. They can access this stream just how you're accessing it on KNOXLiveSports.com, KNOXRadio.com under the Live Sports tab, or you could just simply visit our YouTube channel, KNOX Live Sports. Make sure while you're here, subscribe to the channel. Get email updates anytime we schedule a broadcast moving forward. This is the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network, and we're going to jump right into the elements of this pregame show. The pregame show is brought to you by True North Equipment. True to our values, driven by you, and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life. First, let's take a look at our drive for the title, brought to you by Toys for Trucks. Accessorize your car, truck, or SUV today at Toys for Trucks. Not a lot of games under any team's belt necessarily in the state of North Dakota Class AA Legion Baseball. Other games in action tonight have Mandan taking on Minot and Bismarck at Jamestown. All of these matchups are all league doubleheaders. However, we will just be here for game number 1 this evening on KNOX Live Sports at Kraft Field. We're going to carry game number 1, then we're going to pack up and head out as game number 2 will be taking place. That is also a league game. Taking a look at the opponent for the Grand Forks Royals, post number 6. It is Fargo Post 2. They have a undefeated 6-0 record to start the season. They had a road trip down to Omaha where they were playing competitive baseball, playing against really solid teams from all around the country, and they are still able to maintain that perfect record of 6-0. On the other side of the pendulum, Grand Forks looking for their first win of the season. Grand Forks with a record of 0-4 to start North Dakota Legion baseball. Rounding out the standings, Fargo Post 400. They're also unbeaten to start the 2025 campaign, a record of 4-0. Williston has a 5-1 record. Dickinson is 4-2. Minot even 500. They have a record of 3-3. West Fargo has only played 2 games so far this season. They are 1-1. Bismarck only 4 games played, 1-3. Jamestown is 1-5. Then Grand Forks is 0-4 and below. Then Mandan already played 8 games, double the amount of Grand Forks Post 6 so far this season. Mandan has a record of 1-7. Once again, this is our drive for the title, brought to you by Toys for Trucks. Accessorize your car, truck, or SUV today at Toys for Trucks. This is the pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. Do not go anywhere. We will come right back. This is Grand Forks Legion Baseball, post number 6 on KNOX.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to the KNOX Live Sports Network, presented by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. Tonight we have North Dakota Legion Baseball presented for you. Grand Forks Post 6, the Royals taking on Post 2 out of Fargo. We're making our way through this pregame show. The pregame show is brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. Right now, let's take a look at another element of this pregame show, and that is our fuel for the game. Brought to you by Circle K. They are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Starting off for your Grand Forks Royals, Braden Breivik. Braden Breivik is leading off for the Royals this afternoon in game number 1. He's playing center field. Speed at the top of the order. He's going to be looking to get on base as much as possible and be brought around to score, including Griffin Hoganson. Fuel for the game. He's on the mound today, batting number 3 in the Royals lineup. And also we have Alex Seaver batting cleanup, playing shortstop. So 3 of the most important positions in the field. Obviously pitcher, that's Griffin Hoganson. Braden Breivik is playing center field. And then the captain of the infield, Alex Seaver. That's our fuel for the game for the Grand Forks Royals. Now for Fargo Post 2, taking a look at the players that we want to keep an eye on this afternoon, starting with Jonah DeYoung. Jonah DeYoung is batting cleanup for post number 2 this afternoon, playing third base. Then we have Hunter Guillier. Hunter Guillier is batting number 6 for post 2. He's playing center field, another center fielder featured during this segment of our pregame show. And then Elijah Anger. Elijah Anger, I am not seeing him on the lineup card, but we'd imagine that there is a reason he is not in the lineup here this afternoon. Maybe there's an injury. Not going to speculate too much on Elijah Anger, but we see Jonah DeYoung. Jonah DeYoung batting cleanup. He's a big RBI guy for post number 2, playing third base. And then Hunter Guillier. Hunter Guillier is a speedy center fielder. He's going to have to make some plays in the outfield for post number 2 this afternoon. Game number 1, this is a league doubleheader, but on KNOX Live Sports, we're going to be carrying game number 1 for you. Our video coverage brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. This is our fuel for the game. Once again, brought to you by Circle K, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are scheduled for a 5 o'clock first pitch here from Kraft Field. Right now, the Grand Forks Royals out, taking infield, outfield, post 2 to follow. So we should be right on schedule for a 5 o'clock first pitch. We're going to take another quick break here. Word from our sponsors. When we come back, we will continue on with the pregame show, brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. This is Post 6 Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to KNOX Live Sports. We're bringing you coverage of North Dakota Legion Baseball this afternoon. This is a league doubleheader. We're going to be bringing you coverage for game number 1 between Grand Forks post number 6, the Royals, taking on post number 2 from Fargo. We're making our way through this pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment, true to our values and driven by you. Also, Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life. Right now, we're going to run through some starting lineups, and then we're going to take another break. Your word from our sponsors. Come back. Then we're going to go through some tools or keys to the game, and that should bring us right up to that scheduled 5 o'clock first pitch scheduled start time here at Kraft Field in Grand Forks. Right now, we're going to read our starting lineups brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC. Starting off with the visitors on the scoreboard. Leading off for post number 2 is going to be Sam Oshak. He's going to be playing first base. In the 2 spot is going to be Caleb Brigham playing second base. Batting number 3 is Wyatt Kozadowski. He's playing shortstop for post number 2. In the cleanup spot is Jonah DeYoung. We featured him during our Fuel for the Game segment. He's batting cleanup, playing third base. Batting 5 is Caden Nelson. He will be pitching for post number 2 today. That is Caden Nelson, batting 5 and pitching. Batting number 6 is Hunter Guillier, another player that we focused on during our Fuel for the Game segment earlier on in our pregame show. He is batting 6, playing center field. In the 7 hole is going to be Brandon Hilmert. He's playing right field. Batting 8 is Henry Strum, taking care of the catching duties for post number 2 this afternoon, game number 1. And batting 9, that will be Peyton Spitzer. Peyton Spitzer is playing left field. That is your starting lineup for post number 2. Starting lineup, once again, brought to you by Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for post number 6. Your Grand Forks Royals. Leading off is going to be Braden Breivik playing center field. Batting 2, Caden Tostenson playing left. In the 3-hole, that's Griffin Hoganson. He's going to be on the mound for the Royals in game number 1. Batting cleanup is Alex Seaver playing shortstop. In the 5 spot is going to be Keegan Hensrud. He's going to be playing second base. Batting 6 is going to be Ryan Rykow. He's playing third base for the Royals this afternoon during game number 1. In the 7-hole is going to be Rylan Carinta. He will be playing first base. Batting 8, Cam Irian playing right field. And batting 9, the catcher, that will be David Larson. So those are your starting lineups for both the Grand Forks Royals, post number 6 and post number 2 out of Fargo. These starting lineups brought to you by Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC. Just a beautiful afternoon here for baseball in Grand Forks at Kraft Field. Right now the temperature reading on my phone is a perfect 79 degrees and sunny. Not a single cloud in the sky, at least none that I can see from this brand new grandstand here at Kraft Field. Just a beautiful venue for baseball that has been reinvigorated with passion with this new development behind home plate at Kraft Field. 79 degrees and sunny. We have the action for you here on KNOX Live Sports, presented by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. Post 6 taking on Post 2, North Dakota Legion Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College with faculty and staff here to help you succeed. We know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Welcome back to the KNOX Live Sports Network, presented by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. Tonight we're bringing you North Dakota Legion Baseball, Grand Forks Post 6, the Royals taking on Post 2 from Fargo. We're right on schedule to have first pitch at 5 o'clock. We're making our way through this pregame show. Pregame show is brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. Also, True North Equipment, true to our values and driven by you. Right now we're going to take a look at our final elements of this pregame show, and that is our Keys to the Game, brought to you by Jarrell Sports. See what's new for the season. Stop in today at Jarrell Sports. It's the best time of the year to buy hockey equipment in the middle of summer. Not only hockey equipment at Jarrell's, they also, whatever sport it is you play, they will have it for you, whether that be baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball. See what's new for the season. Stop into Jarrell Sports. Keys to the Game starting off for your Royals, Grand Forks Post number 6. They're going to want to jump on the mistakes, any mistakes that Post 2 may make. Grand Forks is going to want to hop on those and take advantage, whether that's an error that allows a base runner onto the base pass, bringing him around to score. Taking advantage of any mistakes that Post 2 makes is going to be crucial for the Royals to stay in this baseball game here this afternoon, and then they're going to want to find offense early. Grand Forks with a record of 0-4 going up against Post 6 with a record of 6-0. They're going to want to find that offense early, and that's going to allow them to build confidence and have a belief that they're going to be able to compete with Fargo Post number 2. Now the keys to the game for Post 2, they're going to throw strikes and play clean. Just play fundamental baseball. They feel that they have a base level of talent that supersedes that of Grand Forks Post number 6, the Royals. But Fargo Post 2, there's a reason we play the games. They're going to have to come out. They're going to want their pitcher on the mound for Post number 2. That's Caden Nelson in game number 1. He's going to throw strikes and play clean behind him. His defense is going to want to make sure that they execute on every ground ball, every pop fly, and play fundamental baseball. Once again, these are our keys to the game, brought to you by Jarrell Sports. See what's new for the season. Stop in today. Beautiful day for baseball here at Kraft Field in Grand Forks between Post number 6, the Royals, taking on Post number 2 from Fargo, one of the more premier Legion baseball clubs in the state of North Dakota, and quite frankly, throughout the entire region for that matter. We're excited for this broadcast on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. 79 degrees and sunny, not a cloud in sight, a slight breeze blowing in from center field. We're getting ready for first pitch at 5 o'clock. We're going to take our final break of this pregame report, and we will come back with Grand Forks Royals baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We just wrapped up our pregame report, brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We are just moments away from first pitch here at Kraft Field between the Grand Forks Royals and post number 2 out of Fargo. And I will just get my inning icon set up here. Apologize, that's something that I lacked to do beforehand, but shouldn't be no harm, no foul there. So the coaches are having a meeting with the umpire crew here at home plate. Infield and outfield has been complete by both teams. We will not have a national anthem sang before game 1. There will be a national anthem sang before game number 2 here at Kraft Field. The American Legion here in Grand Forks, post number 6, does a tremendous job hosting these events all summer long for Royals baseball and Grand Forks baseball all together. And we are excited to be here on the KNOX Live Sports Network. My name is Sam Jensen. I'll be doing play-by-play for you here this afternoon. And we have Joey Spanger. He is going to be behind the camera for us on KNOX Live Sports, the eyes of our sports department's operation. We talked a lot about these two teams during the pregame report, obviously, talking about how Grand Forks, post number 6, the Royals, have yet to have a win so far this summer. They are 0-4 so far this season. Having a conversation with their coach before the game, he doesn't necessarily believe that his team's record indicates the effort that they have put forth so far this season. They've been in a couple of close games, and he says some guys are getting used to playing different positions. When you combine, this is an issue for Fargo Post 2 as well, but for Grand Forks, the home team for KNOX Live Sports, talking about combining players from both Grand Forks Red River and Grand Forks Central. You're going to have some position battles, and some guys are going to have to be forced elsewhere. And the head coach for Grand Forks, the Royals, has indicated that there have been some growing pains in the defensive department early on so far this season. And here come the Royals taking the field, getting ready to take on post number 2. First pitch scheduled in just a couple of minutes. Let's take you around the diamond for Grand Forks post number 6. Royals baseball. Starting pitching for the Royals is going to be Griffin Hoganson, the lengthy right-hander. He's going to be pitching to David Larson, playing catcher for Grand Forks this afternoon during game number 1. Going around the diamond at first base, that's going to be Rylan Carinta. Playing second for Grand Forks is going to be Keegan Hensrud. At shortstop is Alex Seaver. Playing third base is Ryan Rykow. Out in left field is Caden Tostenson. Playing center is going to be Braden Breivik. And right field, that is going to be Cam Irian. That is our Around the Diamond starting outlook for Grand Forks post number 6, the Royals. That is brought to you by Friends and Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC. And the key for Griffin Hoganson is to get ahead early in counts against this post 2 lineup that is dangerous. They have a record of 6-0 to start the summer. They had a road trip down to Omaha as well, where they were playing some of the more competitive teams in the entire country, and they came away from that jamboree unbeaten. Post 2 out of Fargo, one of the more premier Legion baseball clubs in the entire state of North Dakota, playing at Kraft Field here tonight up against the Royals. They're going to have their hands full with the pitcher, Griffin Hoganson, just watching his warm-up pitches and the length that he has to him. This is going to be an exciting baseball game between these two teams, and we are thrilled to bring it to you on the KNOX Live Sports Network, which is presented by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. Now we're ready to play some baseball. Coming to the plate, leading off for post number 2 is going to be Sam Oshak. Sam Oshak playing first base for post number 2 this afternoon, game number 1 of this doubleheader. Both games count for the league standings. We will be carrying game number 1. Oshak batting from the left-handed batter's box. The first pitch of the ball game is going to be a strike called on the outside corner. That was a fastball thrown by Hoganson, and he's ahead early in this at-bat. No balls, 1 strike to Sam Oshak. First pitch right at 5 o'clock here at Kraft Field. Second pitch of this at-bat is driven out to left field. Tostenson going back, but he will settle underneath it and make the catch. He squeezes it with one hand, and that is a quick out number 1 for the Royals. That is going to be an F7 for out number 1, and it will bring to the plate for post 2, Caleb Brigham. Caleb Brigham batting from the right side, playing second base for post number 2 today, with his socks up high, stirrup sock pattern. First pitch of this at-bat, once again, Griffin Hoganson is ahead, no balls, 1 strike. Fastball on the outside, called a strike. The 0-1 delivery from Hoganson. Off-speed pitch that hits the back door. Looked like a slider, and that's called a strike on the inside corner. Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes to the 2-batter for post number 2, 1 gone in the guest half of inning number 1. The 0-2 delivery, off-speed pitch that misses just outside. Great take there by Brigham to lay off that one. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 delivery is a high fastball. Misses high and away. That will even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In inning number 1 of this matchup between the Grand Forks Royals and post number 2 out of Fargo, the 2-2 delivery from Griffin Hoganson is chopped to the third baseman. Rykow will collect it off 1 hop. His throw to first base is in the dirt and mishandled by Carinta. So that's going to go into the book as an E5, and Brigham will stand safely on first base. Rykow was able to collect it off 1 hop. His throw over to first base was a short hop. Carinta was not able to corral the ball into his glove. He was, however, able to keep it in front of him, and that keeps Brigham at first base, reaching on an error. So now Hoganson will be working from the stretch. He will check on Brigham, now going up against Wyatt Kosadowski. Kosadowski swings and misses at the first pitch of his plate appearance. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out in inning number 1. Brigham standing on first base. Kosadowski, the 3-batter for post number 2, playing shortstop in game number 1, batting from the right side. Hoganson checking on Brigham, and he's going to check on him. The pickoff attempt, sliding back in safely, is Brigham. And he receives a sign from his third base coach and takes another lead. Hoganson back into the stretch. And he delivers the 0-1. This one is fouled off. Out of play. Behind us to the right. That makes it a no ball, 2-strike count. Once again, Hoganson working ahead in counts. A 2-pitch at bat to Oshak, and then a 2-2 ground ball to third base from Brigham. That goes into the book as an E5. And now quickly ahead 0-2 on Kosadowski. Checking on Brigham once again, but this ball is going to get away from Carinta. That allows Brigham, he's going to advance to at least second base. He rounds with speed. He's thinking 3. The throw from Carinta from right field will be cut off. So that is going to be an E1, which allows Brigham to advance not to second base, but all the way around to third. So a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the top of inning number 1. An 0-2 counts to Wyatt Kosadowski. A pickoff attempt, trying to check on Caleb Brigham, gets away from Carinta, goes all the way to the right field foul line fence. And the 0-2 is popped up. It's in foul territory, chasing after this one. It is out of play. Carinta and Irian both giving chase. The ball is out of play. So the count stays no balls, 2 strikes to Wyatt Kosadowski. With a runner on third, that is Caleb Brigham. Brigham didn't even think about it on that pickoff attempt that was errant from Hoganson. Immediately rounding second base, he was thinking 3 the whole way, and that's where he stands. The 0-2 delivery from Hoganson is battled off. Nice job by Kosadowski. That's his second 0-2 count that he has seen. He's been able to fight 2 pitches off to keep the at-bat alive. Griffin Hoganson quickly finds himself in a jam without giving up a hit. Runner on third, 1 out. And this one's chopped down the third base line. It is foul. Rykow gave chase. That was a close play down the third base line, but it dribbles just foul. So once again, Kosadowski able to stay alive. That was his third 0-2 delivery that he saw from Hoganson. Able to fight it off yet again. Hoganson looking for the put-away pitch. 0-2 delivery. Fastball, that misses high. Good job there by Kosadowski to lay off that one. That brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. This will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat. And it's grounded to third base. Rykow going home to it and getting him out by a mile. Larson is able to tag out Brigham. So nice play there by Ryan Rykow to keep this a 0-0 baseball game. That is going to go into the book as a 5-2 putout. So Brigham thrown out, trying to advance. 5-2 fielder's choice. Kosadowski will stand on first base. But that is out number 2 of the inning. And that is a huge weight off of the shoulders of Griffin Hoganson. And that will bring to the plate the cleanup hitter for post number 2. That's Jonah DeYoung. DeYoung is playing third base for post number 2 here in game number 1 of this doubleheader. Batting from the right side. Standing on first base is Kosadowski after the fielder's choice. Hoganson may be a little bit more hesitant to try a pickoff after the error earlier in this inning. This one is driven to center field. Settling underneath this one is going to be Breivik, and he will put it away. So the Royals able to get out of an inning 1 jam. We're headed to the home half of the first. This is post 6 Grand Forks Royals baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to Grand Forks Legion Baseball. The Royals taking on Post 2 on KNOX Live Sports. Brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. Griffin Hoganson able to get out of an inning one jam in the top half. He had a runner on third with one out, and then a ground ball to third base. Ryan Reichelt throwing it home to David Larson, who tagged out the base runner Caleb Brigham by a mile. Nice defensive play there from Grand Forks, and they're able to escape after a fly out to center field off the bat of Jonah DeYoung. Now we move to the home half of inning number one, and of course due up is the 1-2-3 batters, starting off with Braden Brevik playing center field for Grand Forks here in game number one. They're going to be going up against Caden Nelson. The right-handed pitcher for post number 2 has that over-the-top delivery. And we are close to the catcher throwing down here as Grand Forks is getting ready to come to the plate. Brevik leading off, Caden Tostenson in the 2-hole, Griffin Hoganson batting third. Let's go around the diamond here for post number 2, Caden Nelson pitching. He's going to be throwing to his battery mate, the catcher Henry Schrum. Playing first base is Sam Oshak. Playing second, Caleb Brigham. Playing shortstop, Wyatt Kozasowski. Third is Jonah DeYoung. Playing left field, Peyton Spitzer. Center field, Hunter Guerre. And out in right field will be Brandon Hilmert. Now here comes Braden Brevik coming to the plate. The first batter for the Royals in game number 1 of this doubleheader versus post 2 out of Fargo. Cade Nelson working from the windup. His first pitch is swung on and driven out to right field. Settling under this one is Hilmert, and he will put that away after taking a couple of strides to his left. That's one pitch, one out. That's an F9 in the book for out number 1, and that brings to the plate Caden Tostenson playing left field for the Royals. One pitch, one out. That's very effective for Caden Nelson. Exactly the start any coach would want. Tostenson looks at a first pitch fastball right down the middle on the inner half of the plate. Called to strike. He's down, no balls, one strike. The 2-batter for Grand Forks. Second pitch is a fastball that finds the outside half of the plate. Ball's coming in with some speed here from Cade Nelson. That has some pace to it. Now Tostenson down quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch, and he grounds it over to second base. This has to be a quick play, played nicely by Brigham. He throws it over to Oshak, and that's going to be good for out number 2. That's a 4-3 putout, and that was a late swing there from Tostenson, protecting the plate, just trying to put a ball in play. Brigham had to hurry up. Tostenson moves down that first base line quickly, but able to record the out was Brigham, throwing it over to the first baseman, Oshak. So quickly, there's 2 gone here in the home half of inning number 1. That brings to the plate the 3-batter and the pitcher for Grand Forks, Griffin Hoganson, trying to help support his own cause. First pitch of Hoganson's plate appearance is fouled off, out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Hoganson chopped right back up the middle. This is going to be a close play. Played by Kozadowski, nicely moving to his left. He throws it over to first base, beating Hoganson by a half a step. So a 1-2-3 inning there for Cade Nelson and Fargo post number 2. We're headed to inning number 2. This is Grand Forks Royals baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Will Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Welcome back to the KNOX Live Sports Network, brought to you by Rivart's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. We are now in the top of inning number 2 at Kraft Field. North Dakota Legion baseball matchup between the Grand Forks Royals and Fargo, post number 2. Due up in inning number 2 for post 2 is going to be the 5, 6, 7 batters, Caden Nelson, Hunter Guillier, and Brandon Hilmert. Post number 2 was threatening in inning number 1. They had a runner on third base who tried scoring on a ground ball to third base. Ryan Reichow had a nice strong throw to the catcher, David Larson, to tag out the base runner, Caleb Brigham. And then the cleanup batter, Jonah DeYoung, flew out to center field to end the threat with Kozadowski standing on first base. Griffin Hoganson, now in his second inning of work, going up against Kate Nelson. Pitcher-on-pitcher matchup. An off-speed pitch that never quite broke inside, stayed in for ball number 1. Nelson trying to support his own cause as well. And he drives one right back up the middle. That is going to be a base knock. And Caden Nelson standing on first base after a leadoff single. That will bring to the plate Hunter Guillier. Just a strong base knock hit right on the screws. Hoganson had to duck out of the way. Nobody out. Runner on first base is Nelson. After his leadoff single, he will run for himself. Sometimes you'll see a courtesy runner for the pitcher. High fastball. The first pitch to Hunter Guillier makes the count 1 ball, no strikes. Hoganson pitching to David Larson, the battery mates for game number 1 for the Grand Forks Royals. Another high fastball. Maybe Grand Forks is thinking that Nelson is thinking about running, so they continue to call this high heat, which would provide Larson more of an opportunity to throw out the base runner if he were to attempt to steal second base. The 2-0 delivery to Guillier. Another fastball that misses above the letters. So now it's a 3-0 count. I would imagine Guillier will hold off on this pitch unless it is absolutely in his wheelhouse. The 3-0 delivery from Griffin Hoganson is where I would imagine would be Guillier's wheelhouse. However, he had the red light on that one. It's still a hitter's count, 3 balls, 1 strike. No outs in the top of inning number 2. Runner on first base after a leadoff single. That's the pitcher for post 2, Caden Nelson. And ball number 4, a fastball that misses up and in. So that'll put runners on first and second with no outs. Post 2 threatening early on here in inning number 2. That'll be a base on balls. And that will bring to the plate Brandon Hilmert. Brandon Hilmert's playing right field for post number 2. Batting from the right side, playing right field is Hilmert. Grand Forks first baseman Carinta on the grass, anticipating a potential bunt here. Carinta gets the green light. He swings away, but swings through that first offering from Griffin Hoganson. So he's down in the count, no balls, 1 strike. Receiving signs now from his third base coach is Hilmert, as are the base runners, Caden Nelson on second and Hunter Guillier on first. Playing back now is Carinta after Hilmert swung and missed on the first offering from Griffin Hoganson. Showing bunt now is Hilmert. It's a fastball called on the outer half of the plate. So there goes the possibility for a bunt. The count is now no balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if Hoganson has a put-away pitch in his arsenal. The 0-2 delivery is a fastball that misses up and away. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hoganson was able to get out of a jam in inning number 1. A runner that advanced all the way to third base on 2 errors. The Royals were able to get out of that clean. Now faced with another jam, the 1-2 delivery is fouled back to the netting behind home plate. So Hilmertz is able to stay alive in this at-bat. The Royals now facing another jam here in inning number 2. Runners on first and second, no outs. 1-2 pitch upcoming from Griffin Hoganson. And it's an off-speed pitch in the dirt. Trying to advance are the base runners, and they will do so. So that is going to be a wild pitch, which allows the base runners to advance. Caden Nelson will go from second to third. Hunter Guerre will advance to first and second, and the situation just got a lot more complicated for the Royals if they want to get out of this inning without any damage. The 1-2 delivery is grounded, and that will get through the 5-6 hole. Nelson comes home to score. Rounding third, coming around is Guerre. That will be cut off, and that will be a 2 RBI single from Brandon Hilmert. Able to advance the base runners, drive them in to score for post number 2 after the wild pitch moved both runners into scoring position. So Brandon Hilmert drives home the first 2 runs of the afternoon for post number 2, an RBI single. That brings to the plate the catcher for post number 2, Henry Schrum, in the 8 hole. Post number 2 draws first blood here in this North Dakota Legion baseball matchup against Grand Forks. Post number 6, the Royals. Schrum showing bunt. He pulls back on a ball that was called. It missed outside. Did the fastball, the offering from Griffin Hoganson. The count is 1-0 to Henry Schrum. Hilmert on first base, taking a sizable lead. Pickoff attempt there from Hoganson, who may be a little bit more hesitant to attempt those pickoffs after an error in inning number 1 allowed Brighamon to advance all the way from first base all the way around to third. The 1-0 delivery, staying put is Hilmert. It's a fastball right down the middle. Called to strike. That will even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still no outs in the top of inning number 2. Post 2 has already brought 2 runners around to score. Caden Nelson and Hunter Guerre. Nelson got the inning started with a leadoff single. Guerre walked. Then after a wild pitch, advancing both runners, a couple of ducks on the pond, Brandon Hilmert was able to drive them home with an RBI single. Now this pitch is driven out to center field by Schrum. Settling underneath this one is Brevik, and he will make the catch for the first out of the top of inning number 2 for the Royals. That'll bring to the plate the 9 batter for post 2, Peyton Spitzer, playing left field in game number 1. Spitzer receiving signs from the first base coach, as is the runner on first. That's Brandon Hilmert. 1 gone in the top of inning number 2. Post 2 leading the Grand Forks Royals on our All-True Health System scoreboard by a score of 2-0. Another close play there on a pickoff attempt from Griffin Hoganson. Corinta able to corral that one. To keep Hilmert at first base. Peyton Spitzer at the plate showing bunt, and he's going to have this one elevated into the air, foul, just out of the reach of Ryan Reichow coming in from his position at third base. Had he been prepared on the grass, maybe he would have had a better opportunity to catch that one in the air and get an easy out for the Royals. However, it lands innocently in foul territory on the infield turf. To make the count, no balls, 1 strike for Peyton Spitzer going up against Griffin Hoganson for Grand Forks, post number 6. Taking a sizable lead is Hilmert once again. Staying put is Hilmert. The 0-1 delivery is a curveball that is in the dirt. Holding off on that one is Spitzer. That will even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the top of inning number 2. Here comes the 1-1 delivery to Peyton Spitzer. And it hits the outside corner at the knees. Nice location there from Griffin Hoganson to get ahead in this at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the 9 batter for post number 2. That's Peyton Spitzer. On deck is the leadoff man, Sam Oshak. He flew out to left field to start the baseball game at 5 o'clock. Beautiful day for baseball here at Kraft Field. 79 degrees and sunny at first pitch. Slight breeze coming in. That's a swing and a miss from Peyton Spitzer. Griffin Hoganson gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. And that's a big out, number 2. And now we return to the top of the order for post number 2. Here comes Sam Oshak, the first baseman. And like I just mentioned, his first plate appearance was a fly out to left field. Making the catch was Caden Tostenson. Now with 2 outs, let's see if Hilmert will get aggressive on the base paths with the leadoff man at the plate. Oshak, a batter who you typically would like to see put the ball in play, a leadoff man for any baseball club. And there goes the runner Hilmert as the ball gets by Larson. So Hilmert is able to walk into second base standing up. He rounds a couple of strides but elects to stay at second. So that will be a stolen base for Brandon Hilmert after his 2 RBI single. A productive inning for his statistics, helping his batting average, his on-base percentage, getting a couple of RBIs and a stolen base to boot. The 1-0 delivery misses up and away. That makes the count 2 balls, no strikes to the leadoff batter, Sam Oshak, who now has a runner in scoring position. Standing on second base, that's Brandon Hilmert. The 2-0 delivery from Griffin Hoganson. And that's a good spot, low and away, called to strike. Painting that corner is Hoganson. Real good pitch. That brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Oshak batting from the left side. Grand Forks infield shaded a little bit to the right. And nice off-speed pitch that hits the back door. That'll even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the top of inning number 2 with 2 outs. Runner on second, Brandon Hilmert once again driving in 2 base runners with an RBI single. Is now in scoring position. Oshak lines this one to the second baseman. Nice play there by Hensrud. He throws it over to the first baseman, Carinta. And after a couple of runs, Grand Forks is able to limit the damage. We are going to the bottom of inning number 2. This is Grand Forks Royals baseball on KNOX Live Sports. Post 6 leading Grand Forks. Post 2 leading Grand Forks 2-0.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Welcome back to the KNOX Live Sports Network, brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. We are headed to the bottom of inning number 2. The Grand Forks Royals trying to match the output of the offense that Fargo Post 2 put forward in inning number 2. They were able to plate 2 runs in the second. Due up for the Royals here in inning number 2 are the 4, 5, 6 batters after a 1-2-3 inning in the first from the pitcher Caden Nelson. Leading off inning number 2 for the Royals is going to be Alex Seaver. First pitch he sees is a ball low and away. Seaver playing shortstop for the Royals. Cade Nelson had an efficient inning number 1. 1-2-3 in order. Grand Forks trying to make him work a little bit more here in inning number 2 as a soft foul ball down the third base line. will even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. To the shortstop for Grand Forks, that's Alex Seaver. Here comes the 1-1 delivery from Caden Nelson. This one is grounded to the shortstop, played by Kosadowski, and his throw is not in time. Coming off the bag is Oshak at first. That's going to be an infield single for Alex Seaver, the first base hit for Grand Forks in this North Dakota Legion baseball game against Post 2 from Fargo. So a leadoff single is just what the doctor ordered for the Royals. That will bring to the plate Keegan Hensrud, playing second base for Grand Forks. Alex Seaver on first after the leadoff infield single. Cade Nelson working from the stretch for the first time this afternoon. Showing bunt is Hensrud. He pulls back the bunt attempt. A ball is called. Misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Snell playing on the grass at third base is DeYoung. Middle infield playing at double play depth. The 1-0 delivery. Showing bunt is Hensrud again. He's going to pull back. However, it's a strike called. That evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. Bottom of inning number 2 after Fargo Post 2 is able to bring 2 runs across home plate in the top of the inning. Grand Forks trying to answer. They have a leadoff single. Not showing bunt this time. A back pick attempt there from Schrum. Sliding back in safely is Seaver. The pitch to Hensrud was a fastball that missed high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Seaver taking his lead at first base, being checked on by Caden Nelson, the pitcher for post number 2. And Hensrud unable to lay that bunt down. It's a foul ball back to the netting. Well, even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and there may go. I'm going to move that scoreboard for everybody, our All True Health System scoreboard. Pickoff attempt there from Nelson, sliding back in safely is Seaver. So now we'll get more of a look at the infield. I apologize for those as we're tinkering with our graphics on your screen on KNOX Live Sports. That should give you more of a clear view of the infield here at Kraft Field. The 2-2 pitch is a grounded to third base. That's played by DeYoung. His throw to second base is bobbled, and not able to hold on to that one is Brigham. So everybody is safe. And the first 2 batters of inning number 2 for Grand Forks reach base safely. Advancing to second is Seaver. And on the E4, there'll be an error on the second baseman, unable to squeeze the glove on the throw from DeYoung. Brigham is not able to field that one cleanly. So now with nobody out in the bottom of inning number 2, here comes Ryan Rykow, a power threat from the left side, playing third base for the Royals. No outs and a couple runners on base. Hensrud on first, Seaver on second. Cade Nelson working from the stretch. Rykow showing bunt. He pulls back. Playing in on the grass over at first base is Oshak, anticipating bunt. And why wouldn't you after showing bunt was Ryan Rykow. On the first offering he saw from Caden Nelson, called the ball. 1 ball, no strikes. A back pick attempt to second base after a strike was called on the outer half of the plate. Sliding back in safely is Seaver. Not showing bunt that time around was Ryan Rykow. He looked at a fastball on the outer half of the plate. It will even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big opportunity here for the Grand Forks Royals after the error on what could have been a double play ball. At least an opportunity to get the lead runner for post 2. Now Rykow showing bunt once again, unable to lay it down. So back-to-back batters in this Royals lineup, unable to lay a bunt down when their number has been called. Hensrud was able to get away with it. He's standing on first base after an error from the second baseman. Now Rykow looking for a similar result. Down 1 ball, 2 strikes to the pitcher for Fargo, post 2, Caden Nelson. The 1-2 delivery to Rykow is swung on and fouled down the left field line, and it is out of play. Late swing there from Rykow, able to fight it off. Anything close you want to swing at, not leave it up to the umpire. Good job there by Rykow to extend the at-bat. The second 1-2 offering upcoming here from Caden Nelson. Swung on, and that one is going to land in fair territory. Rounding third, coming in to score is Alex Seaver, and that is just putting it where the defenders are not. Nice RBI single there from Ryan Rykow. As Alex Seaver is going to come around to score, staying at second base is Keegan Hensrud, and Rykow standing on first. Grand Forks cuts the lead in half for post 2 on our All True Health System scoreboard. 2-1 in favor of Fargo post 2. Grand Forks still threatening, still no outs in the bottom of inning number 2. Here comes Rylan Carinta to the plate, the left-handed batting first baseman, showing bunt, ball in the dirt. Schrum keeping that one in front of himself to deny the runners from advancing on the base paths. Once again, Grand Forks batters showing bunt. Back-to-back batters, Hensrud and Rykow, unable to lay him down, but the final result was a run scored, nobody else, runners on first and second. The 1-0 delivery, showing bunt again, is Carinta, and it's a good one. It's going to be a close play at third base. Nice, strong throw from DeYoung. So that will be a sacrifice bunt doing the job. Advancing Hensrud to third base and Rykow to first. There's only one out in the bottom of inning number 2. Cam Arian, the number 8 batter for the Royals, coming to the plate in a big spot. Couple of runners in scoring position, trailing by 1, only 1 out. The left side of the infield is in for post 2. Stepping back a couple of strides now is Kozadowski, the shortstop. And now the entire infield is playing about halfway depth. Fastball called strike on the outside corner to Cam Arian, the right fielder for the Royals. After Rylan Carinta advances both Keegan Hensrud and Ryan Rykow into scoring position. The 0-1 delivery from Caden Nelson misses below the knees. That's called the ball. 1 strike, 1 out in the bottom of inning number 2. Big spot here for the Royals. Cam Arian at the plate with 2 runners in scoring position. Now working from the windup is Nelson. 1-1 delivery misses low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch from the right arm of Caden Nelson to Cam Arian is fouled off by Arian. Now even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That foul ball goes behind us to the left. Right on top of the concession stands from my spot here in the press box. You get a clear view of the top of the building that houses the bathrooms here at Kraft Field as well as the concession stand. And you can see a couple of game balls just laying up there. And another foul ball. That one goes to the parking lot behind us. Don't hear any signs of breaking glass. So I'd imagine that did not result in any property damage, but Arian able to stay alive in the at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trying to put a ball in play is Arian. Looks at a ball outside. That brings the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. First base is not occupied, so Caden Nelson does have a place to put him. On deck is the 9 batter, David Larson, before Grand Forks returns to the top of the lineup. 3-2 pitch from Caden Nelson, and that misses inside and low, so Arian, with a solid at-bat there, will occupy a vacant first base, and now the bases are loaded. Major opportunity here for the Grand Forks Royals. All right, my colleagues in the press box, I had it down in my book as David Larson. Caleb Larson. It is David Larson. All right, we have confusion all up here in the press box here at Kraft Field, but we have it right. David Larson in a big spot for post number 6, the Grand Forks Royals. First pitch he sees is a strike, so now he's down in the count. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out in the bottom of inning number 2. The bases are loaded. Caden Nelson finding himself in a jam, trying to limit the damage here in the home half of inning number 2. 0-1 delivery misses high. Called the ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now we're going to get a mound visit from post number 2 in the middle of an at-bat. And this gives us an opportunity to give a shout-out to our timeout sponsors, Apex Apparel, your family-owned quick turnaround apparel and print shop in Grand Forks on Demers Avenue, and Big Jim's Tire on Gateway, the region's largest agricultural tire supplier. Big spot here for the Royals. David Larson, the catcher, the 9-batter. In the middle of his at-bat, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are loaded. Grand Forks has already pushed 1 run across home plate. That was an RBI single from Ryan Rykow. Then after a sacrifice bunt from Rylan Carinta, moving the runners from first and second over to second and third. Cam Arian walked to occupy the vacant first base. Now David Larson has an opportunity to break this game wide open. And the 1-1 pitch is fouled off. So that makes the count, I believe, 1 ball, 2 strikes. On our All True Health System scoreboard here at Kraft Field, it says 2 balls, 1 strike. So may have to correct myself here as Larson takes time. Larson, old school batter from the right side, no batting gloves. And he looks at strike number 2. Not getting rung up there was Larson, so that indeed will even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Middle infield, that double play depth. The corners are in for post number 2. And that is a ball that just misses from my perspective up here in the press box. That looked like that clipped the outside corner. And David Larson gets another opportunity. Full count now with the bases loaded. Nowhere to put him for Caden Nelson, the pitcher for Fargo, post number 2. And the 3-2 pitch misses inside, so walking home a run. Coming in to score is Keegan Hensrud. Advancing to third is Ryan Rykow. Going over to second is Cam Arian. And back-to-back walks for Caden Nelson. Loads the bases and drives in a run. This is a tied ball game, 2-2. Both teams scoring 2 in the second. Grand Forks still threatening back to the top of the order with the bases loaded and only 1 out. Braden Breivik now at the plate. He flew out to right field the first pitch he saw in his first plate appearance in inning number 1. Late on that swing was Breivik. Foul ball over the Royals' dugout down the first base line. And Caden Nelson just trying to get ahead early in these counts after back-to-back walks. Bases still loaded. And this is a weak chopper to third base. Interesting play here for DeYoung, and he goes home. Did not have to apply the tag with Strum. It was a force out. But a nice play there by DeYoung to get the lead runner. And now the bases will remain loaded, but we have 2 outs. So that's going to be a fielder's choice. 5-2. But advancing to first is Breivik. Getting thrown out at home is Ryan Rykow. Advancing to third is Arian, and advancing to second is Larson. Now with 2 outs and the bases loaded, massive at-bat. Here's Caden Tostenson. First pitch of his at-bat misses above the letters. 1 ball, no strike. Tostenson with an opportunity to break this game open, the 2-batter for the Royals. The 1-0 delivery is a strike on the inner half of the plate. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 delivery from Nelson misses up and away. Now 2 balls, 1 strike to Tostenson. He grounded out to the second baseman, his first at-bat, just an inning ago. The 2-1. Tostenson swings after it. A late swing that's fouled off, out of play. Down the right side. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of inning number 2. The score is 2-2. 2's all the way across our All True Health System scoreboard. And it's a swing and a miss. And that will retire the side for Fargo post number 2, but not before the Royals are able to tie things up. We are headed to the 3rd. This is Grand Forks Royals baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College with faculty and staff here to help you succeed. We know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to the KNOX Live Sports Network, brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. Grand Forks Royals able to tie things up here in inning number 2. Both teams pushing 2 runs across home plate in the second frame. All these runs brought to you by Bergstrom Electric, our Light the Lamp sponsor. Coming around to score for the Grand Forks Royals, Alex Seaver and Keegan Hensrud. An RBI single from Ryan Rykow. And then David Larson, the 9-batter, with the bases loaded, is walked, and that drives home a run as well. But Caden Nelson able to get out of a bases-loaded 1-out jam. A fielder's choice from Braden Brevick. Ground ball to the third baseman. And out, DeYoung throws it to the catcher Schrum for out number 2. And then Caden Tostenson strikes out swinging to end the threat for the Royals in inning number 2. Now we're in the guest half of inning number 3. Post 2, the heart of the order, due up 2, 3, 4, starting off with Caleb Brigham. Brigham was able to reach base in inning number 1 off of an error from the third baseman. Looking to get on base again here in inning number 3. Griffin Hoganson with plenty of time to rest his arm. First pitch of inning number 3 is a strike called, off-speed delivery to Brigham. Working quickly now is Hoganson, a ground ball to the shortstop. Seaver fields it off 2 hops, and his throw to first base is on time to beat the runner. So that will be a 6-3 putout for out number 1. Nice play there by Alex Seaver. A nice 2-pitch at bat there for Griffin Hoganson to get Caleb Brigham to ground out. That brings to the plate Wyatt Kozadowski. Kozadowski grounded into a fielder's choice in inning number 1. He's 0 for 1. Now a dribbler in no man's land coming into play. This one is Hensrud, and there's no play. That's an infield single. Kozadowski just with a dribbler that maybe hit about 6 inches in front of home plate, was able to bounce over the lengthy pitcher for Grand Forks, Griffin Hoganson. And that's no man's land right behind the mound there. Hensrud, even if he were to have the ability, which I'm sure he does, if he would have barehanded that and delivered a strike to first base, still would not have been on time. So it's an infield single with 1 out in the top of inning number 3. That brings to the plate Jonah DeYoung. He flew out to the center fielder. His only plate appearance so far this afternoon. First pitch he sees is a ball outside. Strike zone is starting to get shrunk a little bit here as we move forward with this baseball game, but it's going both ways. 1 ball, no strikes to Jonah DeYoung. Runner on first is Kozadowski. And getting jammed on that one was DeYoung. He fouls it off, out of play, right on top of the press box here. This brand new grandstand here at Kraft Field. An amazing environment for baseball in Grand Forks. Beautiful evening for it here on this Tuesday summer night. After that foul ball, it evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike to the third baseman, for post 2, Jonah DeYoung. Another foul ball Looked like a delayed steal there from Kozadowski. Something to keep an eye on there for Griffin Hoganson as he gets ready for a 1-2 delivery to the cleanup batter for Fargo, post 2, Jonah DeYoung. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first base, 1 out. The cleanup batter for Fargo, post 2. And another foul ball. Fargo, post 2 doing a great job of keeping these at-bats alive, forcing Griffin Hoganson to throw as many pitches as it takes to deliver these outs. Hoganson looking for a put-out pitch here. Going is Kozadowski. High ball misses upstairs. It'll even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sliding into second base safely is Kozadowski. So after his 1-out single, he steals second base to put himself into scoring position. Now an RBI opportunity for DeYoung with the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two, Griffin Hoganson. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Nice job there by David Larson to keep it in front of him. That will keep Kozadowski at second base. It brings the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 delivery from Griffin Hoganson working from the stretch. It misses up and away. Hoganson thought that one was close. First base was vacant. DeYoung will happily occupy the vacant first base, so now there's runners on first and second with 1 gone in the away half of inning number 3. That brings to the plate Caden Nelson, who's 1 for 1 so far this afternoon. He came around to score in inning number 2. A strong base hit to lead off the second for Fargo, post 2. Right back up the middle. First pitch swinging yet again is Nelson. This one's flied foul. And it goes out of play, maybe about 15 feet to the right of that first base foul line. So falling behind is Caden Nelson. Pitcher-on-pitcher matchup here. Griffin Hoganson going up against the pitcher for Fargo, post 2. Swinging yet again is Nelson. He's swung at every pitch he's seen so far in this matchup between post 2 and Grand Forks, post number 6, the Royals. Pitcher's count, no balls, 2 strikes. Hoganson looking for a put-out pitch. Off-speed pitch, ground to the second baseman. Hensrud's going to flip that one to Seaver. Seaver's going to hold on to it. So that's going to be a fielder's choice. 4-6 for out number 2. That's a big out, second out. Advancing to third is Kozadowski. And standing on first will be Nelson after the fielder's choice. Hunter Guerre, who walked and came around to score in the second, now comes to the plate with an RBI opportunity. Runners on the corners. I'd imagine Nelson may be taking off here to force Grand Forks' hand to decide what they want to do. Off-speed pitch that hits the outside corner. Nice curveball there from Hoganson to get ahead early in this at-bat against Hunter Guerre. No balls, 1 strike. Oh, 1 misses up and away. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, top of inning number 3. We're all tied up on our All True Health System scoreboard. Post 2 put up 2 in the top of the second, and the Royals responded right away in the home half of inning number 2. Post 2 threatening here yet again in the third. Hoganson's going to step off the rubber, forcing Nelson back to first base. Hoganson gets a quick breather, goes right back to the stretch, a familiar position for him so far this afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on the corners. And this one is driven to center field. That's going to drop for a base hit, and Fargo post 2 retakes the lead. RBI single there from Hunter Guerre. So coming around to score is Kozadowski After his one-out single, he stole second base, advanced to third on the fielder's choice, and comes around to score on that RBI single from Hunter Guillier. And staying on second is Caden Nelson. First pitch swinging now is Hilmert. This one's driven out to center field. Settling under that one is Brevik. And that will be out number 3, but not before post number 2 regains the lead. They now lead on our Ultra Health System 3-2 over the Grand Forks Royals. This is post 6 baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
We're in the home half of inning number 3 here from at Kraft Field in Grand Forks. North Dakota Legion Baseball, Fargo Post 2 leading the Grand Forks Royals by a score of 3-2 as we head to the bottom of inning number 3 on the KNOX Live Sports Network, brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. Due up this inning for the Royals are going to be the 3, 4, 5 batters, the heart of the order for post number 6, trying to respond yet again. They were able to do so in inning number 2 after post number 2 pushed 2 across in the second. The Royals responded in the bottom half of inning number 2. Alex Seaver coming around to score after his leadoff single off of an RBI single from Ryan Rykow, and then Keegan Hensrud coming around to score after a bases-loaded walk. David Larson able to work the at-bat against the pitcher Caden Nelson. The bases were loaded, and he got walked on a full count. So that evened things up, but then Fargo Post 2 was able to respond right away in the top of inning number 3. Kozadowski, after his one-out single, came around to score on an RBI one-bagger from Hunter Guillier. And that is our scoring summary thus far. That's scoring summary brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They light the lamp. Here's Griffin Hoganson leading off inning number 3 for Grand Forks. And he's going to ground this one to the shortstop. Kozadowski plays this one. He has a strong arm and a nice pick at first base by Oshak. An errant throw from Kozadowski, but playing that one nicely is Sam Oshak, working his way towards the outfield. A backhanded back pick there. So that's 1 pitch, 1 out. It's a 6-3 put out for out number 1. That brings to the plate the cleanup batter, Alex Seaver. He's 1 for 1 on the afternoon. He came around to score in inning number 2. First pitch of this at-bat is a swing and a miss on an off-speed delivery from Caden Nelson. Down no balls, 1 strike is Alex Seaver, the shortstop for the Royals. Looks at a ball outside. That will even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. Home half of inning number 3. Good baseball games thus far between Fargo Post 2 and the Grand Forks Royals. Hard hit ground ball to the third baseman DeYoung. Nice strong throw over to first. Taking Oshak off the bag, back to back. Spectacular defensive plays at first base by Oshak, having to field errant throws, first from his shortstop Kozadowski and just then from his third baseman DeYoung. But it will go in the book as a 5-3 put out for out number 2. It brought Oshak off the bag towards home plate. Trying to avoid the tag was Seaver. And I don't think he ever touched first base, did Seaver. I'm not exactly sure if Oshak laid down the tag, but Seaver never touched first base from what I saw, my perspective up here in the press box. First pitch is a ball to Keegan Hensrud. Hensrud is 0 for 1. However, he was able to reach base on an error from the second baseman, a fielder's choice. Ball outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Hensrud did eventually come around to score an inning ago for Grand Forks. Ahead in this count, 2 balls, no strike. The 2-0 delivery from Nelson misses above the letters. One has to imagine that Hensrud will have the stop sign on this 3-0 count. And indeed he does. Looks at a fastball that hits the outer half of the strike zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. Time is called right in the middle of the delivery there from Caden Nelson. The home plate umpire indicating that time was called by the catcher for Fargo Post 2. Quick to cast blame elsewhere. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hensrud, opposite field blooper, will fall in fair territory. So that's going to be a base hit for Hensrud with 2 outs. Trying to start a 2-out rally. Taking that one the other way, doing with that pitch what he had to do. There's a time to slug and there's a time to hit. That was a time to hit there for Keegan Hensrud. It brings to the plate Ryan Rykow, who has an RBI single under his belt an inning ago. That was able to drive home Alex Seaver. Rykow, power hitting left-handed batter, playing third base for the Royals here in game number 1 of this doubleheader against Fargo Post 2. 2 outs, runner on first base. Rykow not able to check his swing there. So that's a swinging strike on an off-speed pitch in the dirt. No balls, 1 strike to Ryan Rykow, who's 1 for 1 so far on the afternoon. Ball that misses below the knees will even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on first, 2 outs in the bottom of inning number 3. The Grand Forks Royals trailing Fargo Post 2 by a score of 3-2 on our All True Hill System scoreboard. The 1-1 delivery clips the outside corner, so that makes it a pitcher's count for Caden Nelson going up against Rykow for Grand Forks. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a pitch that was mere centimeters away from the 1-1 delivery is called a ball that misses just outside. Now even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looked like a very similar spot from the 1-1 delivery there from Caden Nelson. Called the ball this time around. And the 2-2 delivery misses below the knees. So that brings us to a full count. The runner on first, Keegan Hensrud, will be running on the pitch. Backing up is Oshak, no longer holding on the base runner. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There goes Hensrud. The delivery from Nelson misses outside. Rykow earns himself a walk. So now there's back-to-back base runners for Grand Forks with 2 outs, trying to get a 2-out rally started. After the walk to Rykow, that brings to the plate Rylan Carinta. Carinta's first plate appearance was a sacrifice bunt to advance the runners from first and second to second and third, so he's still 0 for 0 today. Had a productive plate appearance in inning number 2. Will have an opportunity to swing the bat here in an RBI position. Standing on second base is Keegan Hensrud after his 2-out single. The next batter, Ryan Rykow, after falling behind 1 ball, 2 strikes, was able to battle back and earn himself a base on balls. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The bottom of inning number 3. The pitcher for Fargo Post 2, Caden Nelson, going up against Rylan Carinta. The left-handed batter playing first base for the Royals. Pickoff attempt to second base. Hensrud slides back in safely. Working from the stretch is Nelson. Good healthy cut there from Carinta. He fouls that one back to the screen. No balls, 1 strike. When you foul it right back, that shows that your timing is where it needs to be. Where the ball hits the bat is where the adjustment needs to be made here for Rylan Carinta. Going up against Caden Nelson, the starting pitcher for Fargo Post 2. He throws a strike on the outside corner. Nice solid pitch there from Nelson. And now it's a pitcher's count. No balls, 2 strikes. To the left-handed batting first baseman for the Grand Forks Royals, Rylan Carinta. 0 for 0 so far today. He laid down a sacrifice bunt in inning number 2. And he swings at a curveball in the dirt, first base. And now we have ourselves a little bit of a pickle. Staying on first base was Rykow, so regardless, Fargo post 2 was going to get the out, but swinging and missing will end the 2-out rally for the Grand Forks Royals. They leave runners stranded on first and second. We're going to take a quick break. We're coming back with inning number 4. This is Grand Forks Royals baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Welcome back to KNOX Live Sports, brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales, our premier network sponsors that allow us to bring you this broadcast and all of our other sports broadcasts for the KNOX Sports Department. Free to you, no subscription required, no paywall that will keep you from watching our content, and all of that is thanks to our sponsors. So any advertisement that you see or hear, whether it's a live read that I mention or it's a commercial that you see during one of our advertisement breaks, please make sure to support those who support us. As we move into inning number 4, the Grand Forks Royals trailing Fargo post number 2 by his score of 3-2. Good baseball game so far. Griffin Hoganson coming back out for his 4th inning of work. Going up against the 8-9-1 batters due up in inning number 4 here for post number 2. Leading off the 4th will be Henry Schrum, the catcher for Fargo. Batting from the right side, he flew out to center field. His first at-bat, he's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. The 1-0 delivery from Hoganson finds the inside corner. That will even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs here in the top of inning number 4. Ball that misses just outside there. Delivery from Griffin Hoganson, the lengthy right-hander for Grand Forks. The 2-1 pitch is grounded to the second baseman. Hensrud is able to field that one cleanly. His throw over to first is on time to Rylan Carinta. So that's a good start to inning number 4 for the pitcher for Grand Forks, Griffin Hoganson. That's going to go into the book as a 4-3 putout for out number 1. And that will bring to the plate Peyton Spitzer, the 9 batter for post number 2. He struck out swinging his only plate appearance thus far in inning number 2. Hoganson would love to go back to the top of the order with 2 outs and nobody on base, but first he has to deal with Peyton Spitzer, who lays down a bunt, catching Grand Forks off guard. Rykow, and his throw over to first base ran into some traffic. He ran into Griffin Hoganson. That is going to be a bunt single for Peyton Spitzer, catching the Grand Forks infield off guard. Both Hoganson and Rykow going after that bunt that was laid down in between the mound and the third base line. So now we're back to the top of the order with a runner on first base and 1 out in the top of inning number 4. Grand Forks trailing Fargo by a score of 3-2 on our Ultra Health System scoreboard. Brings to the plate Sam Oshak. Made a couple of nice plays defensively at first base in the last half inning. The bottom of inning number 3. He's 0 for 2 at the plate. He's float out to left field and he's grounded out to the second baseman. Showing bunt is Oshak, and it's a beauty. Larson picks it up, and his throw to first base is not able to be fielded cleanly by Carinta. A great bunt there by Oshak, and that is going to go in the book as an error. And that will be an E2 on the throw. Advancing to second base is Spitzer, and Oshak will stand safely at first, laying down a bunt that just settled right on the third base line. Nice strong throw from Larson in the dirt. Carenta unable to scoop that one. So another error for this Grand Forks defense. Brings to the plate Caleb Brigham. Brigham 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He reached base in inning number 1 on an error from the third baseman, then grounded out to the shortstop in inning number 3. With 1 out, runners on first and second base. Larson lets this ball past him, and advancing to third base is going to be Spitzer, but staying at first will be Oshak on the passed ball. Actually a wild pitch there, not a pass ball, as the ball was behind the batter, Brigham. Brigham grounds this one to the 5-6 hole, played by the shortstop. Strong throw over to first base and called safe. Coming off the bag as Carenta is the call from our infield umpire. So that is going to be an RBI single for Brigham. And that brings home to score Peyton Spitzer. Advancing to second will be Oshak. So post 2, playing small ball here in inning number 4, able to push a run across home plate. Their lead is now 2 by a score of 4-2. Here comes another bunt. Let's see if Hoganson's able to field this one cleanly, and he throws it over to first base and beats the base runner Wyatt Kozadowski by half a step. But that will go in the book as a sacrifice bunt, advancing the runners from first and second to second and third. That's a big out number 2. Jonah DeYoung coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He walked in inning number 3. And here's a big opportunity for Fargo post 2 to break this game open. They lead by 2 on our All True Health System scoreboard with 2 outs in the top of inning number 4 and 2 runners in scoring position. On third base is Oshak. On second is Brigham. The 1-0 delivery is grounded to the third baseman, Rykow. Rykow scoops it, has to get back onto his feet, and Carenta makes the scoop at first. Nice defensive play there by Grand Forks, and they're able to limit the damage. 1 run pushed across the board there by Fargo post 2 in the top of inning number 4. We're going to keep this one here as we head to the bottom of inning number 4. Grand Forks trailing Fargo by a score of 4-2 on our All True Health System scoreboard. I'm going to write that last play in my book. That's a 5-3 putout for out number 3. So Grand Forks now coming to the plate, trailing by 2 in the home half of inning number 4. Due up for the Royals are going to be the 8-9-1 batters. This gives us an opportunity to give a shout-out to our timeout sponsors. Our timeout sponsors at KNOX Sports are brought to you by Apex Apparel, your family-owned quick turnaround apparel and print shop in Grand Forks, and Big Jim's Tire, the region's largest agricultural tire supplier. Irion, Larson, and Brevik due up for the Royals. Give you a rundown of the top of inning number 4. Post 2 able to push 1 run across the board. Henry Schrum started the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out, a ground out to the second baseman. Then Spitzer laid down a bunt, and he was able to reach first base safely as Rykow collided with Hoganson over at third base. A little bit confusion in the infield there for the Royals. The next batter was Oshak. He laid down a bunt, and it was laid down perfectly. It just settled right on the third base line. Larson picked it up, threw it over to first base in the dirt. Carenta was unable to corral that one, so that went into the book as an E2. Advancing Spitzer to second base. Oshak safe at first. Brigham laying down a bunt himself. After a wild pitch allowed Oshak to advance, or correction, Spitzer to advance to third base. Oshak laid down a Now, I forgot where I'm at. Brigham laid down a bunt, and he was safe. It was an RBI single, and that allowed Spitzer to come in to score. Then Kozadowski laid down a sacrifice bunt, and Jonah DeYoung ended the inning. A nice defensive play there by Ryan Rykow. And that's the scoring summary for inning number 4 for Fargo Post 2. That scoring summary brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. The second pitch of this at-bat to Cam Irion is fouled up and out of play. That'll even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 delivery from Caden Nelson. Misses up and away. 2-1. Swung on. Grounded to the shortstop, Kozadowski making a throw on the run. Nice, pretty defensive play there from Kozadowski to retire the leadoff batter for the Royals to start off the home half of inning number 4. That's going to be a 6-3 putout for out number 1. That brings to the plate David Larson. His only plate appearance thus far was a walk with the bases loaded. That brought home a run back in the second to tie the game. It brought us to a score of 2-2. Then post 2 was able to push 1 run across in inning number 3, and then another in the 4th. First pitch to Larson is a fastball that misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 misses in a very similar spot. 2 balls, no strikes. Caden Nelson in his 4th inning of work against this Grand Forks Royals lineup. The 2-0 delivery right down the middle. Larson looking at that one the whole way. Brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Larson trying to get on base to bring this back to the top of the order. Another fastball right down the middle will even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on base for the Royals in the home half of inning number 4 here at Kraft Field. The 2-2 delivery is chopped right back to the pitcher. Nelson will corral that one, take his time, throw it over to first base. Oshak fields the throw cleanly. And quickly there's 2 outs in the bottom of inning number 4. That will be a 1-3 putout for out number 2. And back to the top of the order for Grand Forks. Here comes Braden Brevik. Brevik is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He flew out to right field in inning number 1 and then grounded into a fielder's choice in the second. Brevik, the lengthy right-handed hitting center fielder for the Royals. First pitch of his 3rd plate appearance is a fastball that misses up and in. The 1-0, an off-speed pitch that's in the dirt. Brevik is able to lay off that one. 2 balls, no strikes. Grand Forks was able to put together a semblance of a rally with 2 outs in inning number 3. They left 2 runners stranded, trying to replicate that 2-out success here in the 4th. The 2-0 pitch is a fastball that hits the outside corner. It's called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the center fielder for the Grand Forks Royals out of post number 6. And there's another curveball that comes in backdoor on the inside corner. They'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. And a swing and a miss. 1-2-3 inning there by Caden Nelson to retire the side in order for the Grand Forks Royals. We're going to head to a commercial break as we go to the 5th from Kraft Field. Fargo Post 2 4, Grand Forks Royals 2. This is North Dakota Legion Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
And we welcome you back. We are headed into the top of inning number 5 from Kraft Field. This North Dakota Legion baseball matchup between the Grand Forks Royals and Fargo Post 2. Post 2 leading the Royals by a score of 4-2 on our All True Health System scoreboard. Due up in the top of the 5th for post number 2 are going to be the 5-6-7 batter, starting off with Caden Nelson. This is the KNOX Live Sports Network, brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. My name is Sam Jensen. I'm doing play-by-play for you this afternoon. Behind the camera, we have Joey Spanger, the eyes of the KNOX Sports Department. keeping us on your screen and looking good on a beautiful afternoon/evening here at Kraft Field. 79 degrees with no clouds in the sky at first pitch. The first pitch of this at-bat is lined to center field, and it is caught by Hoganson. So Caden Nelson swings at the first pitch he sees, and he flies out to the center fielder for a quick out number 1. That'll bring to the plate Hunter Guerre, who's 1 for 1 on the afternoon. He walked in the second, came around to score, and then had an RBI single in the third. Hoganson working from the windup, looking for his first clean sheet of the afternoon. He is yet to record a 1-2-3 inning. Guerre fouls this one up and out of play. No balls, 1 strike. And the second pitch of the at-bat is lined right back up the middle. That's going to fall in the outfield grass for a single. So a 1-out single for Hunter Guerre. He is now 2 for 2 on the afternoon. He will stand at first base with Brandon Hilmert coming to the plate. Hilmert 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He had a 2 RBI single in the second and then flew out to center field in the third. So back to a familiar position for Griffin Hoganson, and that is working from the stretch. Hilmert has 2 RBIs, both those coming from his single in the second inning. He also had a stolen base in the second. Curveball that didn't break into the strike zone, missed high from Hoganson. His first offering to Brandon Hilmert. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on first base, 1 out in the top of inning number 5. Fargo post 2, leading Grand Forks post number 6, the Royals, by a score of 4-2 on our All True Health System scoreboard. Checking on Guerre at first is Hoganson. Current able to keep that one in front of him. That has been anything but fundamental for the Royals so far in game number 1 of this doubleheader. The 1-0 pitch misses inside. Brings the count to 2 balls, no strikes to Brandon Hilmert, the right fielder for Fargo post 2. Hoganson in his 5th inning of work. Pitch count is starting to elevate. The 1-1 delivery, rather, misses upstairs, brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Taking his lead at first is Guerre. A strike called on the outer half of the plate. The 2-1 delivery from Hoganson will even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hoganson wanting to work quickly. He received that ball back from his battery mate, David Larson, and is immediately right back on the rubber. The 2-2 offering. But first he will check once again on Guerre at first, who slides back into first base safely. Now Hoganson gets set, and here comes the 2-2 offering. And it's a swing and a miss. So it was not 2 balls, 2 strikes. I rely too much on the scoreboard out in the outfield here at Kraft Field. Now it should be 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thanks to our home plate umpire for giving us that update. Hoganson once again checking on Guerre at first base. A potential threat, the center fielder, always one of the more speedier positions. Guerre taking a big secondary lead. Hilmert pops this one up. It stays on the infield out in foul territory. That one is collected by Carenta. He gathers that one for out number 2. That goes into the book as an F3 for the second out of inning number 5. That brings to the plate Henry Schrum. The catcher for Fargo Post 2, he's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Flying out to center field in the second, and then grounding out to the second baseman in the fourth. 2 outs, runner on first base. The Royals trying to keep this a 2-run baseball game. First delivery to Henry Strum, misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Back pick attempt here from Larson after an aggressive secondary lead there from Guerre, but he's able to slide back into first base safely, avoiding the tag from Rylan Corinta. Pitch was called to ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Henry Schrum. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 offering misses above the letters. So now the count is 3 balls, no strikes to the 8 batter for Fargo Post 2, with a runner on first base and 2 gone in the away half of inning number 5 at the beautiful Kraft Field. Once again, Hoganson checking on Guerre at first base. Hoganson down to Schrum, 3 balls, no strikes. The runner is going, that's Guerre, but it's called ball 4. Guerre gets to slide on the beautiful infield turf here at Kraft Field. Didn't have to, but elected. He still wanted to slide. Schrum will advance to first time he reaches base in game number 1 of this doubleheader. A 2-out walk, so now there's runners on first and second. The 9-batter Peyton Spitzer, who laid down a bunt single in the 4th and came around to score to bring us to where we're at on the All True Health System scoreboard. Fargo Post 2 4, Grand Forks Royals 2. 1-0 delivery from Griffin Hoganson. And that misses down and away. So that brings the count to 2 balls, no strikes. And now David Larson is going to call time and have a conversation with his battery mate, Griffin Hoganson. Having a conversation, trying to settle Hoganson down. Was on pace for a quick inning with 2 outs and a runner on first base. The 8-batter Henry Schrum had a 4-pitch walk. Now the first 2 pitches to the 9-batter Peyton Spitzer have missed the strike zone. So Hoganson trying to find his control. 2-0 delivery misses upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, runners on first and second for Fargo Post 2. In the top of inning number 5, they lead by 2 over the Grand Forks Royals. There's a strike right down the middle. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the 3-1 is a ground ball that Hensrud dives. He gets up and makes the throw, but it is not on time. A nice play there by Keegan Hensrud to keep the ball out of the outfield, and that may have saved a run. So even though it did not result in an out, it prevented Guerre from rounding third base to come around to score. Schrum will advance to second base. Spitzer is awarded another infield single. Excellent effort there by Keegan Hensrud to keep the ball out of the outfield. And now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. After Hilmert flew out to the first baseman, there was 2 outs with the runner on first base. And then a 2-out walk and an infield single leads us to where we're at. A foul ball off the foot of Oshak. Back to the top of the order now for Fargo Post 2. Oshak 0 for 3 on the afternoon. He reached on an error in the 4th, and now he's shaken up. He fouled that one right off of his right ankle the left-handed batting first baseman for Fargo Post 2, is visibly shaken up. Gives us an opportunity to give a shout-out to our timeout sponsors, Apex Apparel, your family-owned quick turnaround apparel and print shop in Grand Forks, and Big Jim's Tire, the region's largest agricultural tire supplier in the northern Red River Valley. Now the athletic trainer coming out of the Grand Forks Royals dugout, having a conversation with Oshak. Now, I don't think I need a medical degree to come to the conclusion that his right ankle is going to have a bruise. That foul ball went right off of his right ankle. With the bases loaded, this is a big spot in this baseball game. Grand Forks Royals trailing by 2 to Fargo Post 2, who are threatening here in the away half of inning number 5. Now Oshak is given some time to take some practice swings, and he looks to be ready to step back into the batter's box. Count is no balls and 1 strike. Hoganson now working from the windup with the bases loaded. And a chopper. Rykow not able to make the play. That was a tough play at third base. Just a check swing that went into play. Rykow had to charge it, so that's going to be an infield RBI single. Bringing Hunter Guerre around to score. Advancing to third will be Henry Strum. Peyton Spitzer to second. And now there's still 2 outs with the bases loaded. Oshak running down the line. It's worthy to mention with that bum right ankle. And he's able to leg out an infield single. Now the 2-batter Caleb Brigham at the plate. Count is 1-1 against him rather quickly. Griffin Hoganson working with some pace out of nowhere. And a ground ball to the shortstop. Alex Seaver collects this one, throws it over to the second baseman, Keegan Hensrud, and he steps on second base for the force out. So that is going to retire the side, but not before Fargo Post 2 is able to push one more run across the board. We head to the home half of the 5th. Fargo Post 2, 5, Grand Forks Royals 2. This is North Dakota Legion Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
We welcome you back to the bottom of the fifth. This North Dakota Legion baseball game between the Grand Forks Royals and Fargo Post 2 just missed one pitch of the action. And that was a called strike to Caden Tostenson, the two-batter for the Grand Forks Royals, followed up by a ball that misses the strike zone. That'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And moving with some pace now is Caden Nelson. A called strike on the upper half of the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2, 3, 4 batters due up in the home half of inning number 5 for the Royals. The 1-2 delivery misses up and away. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Royals in desperate need of some base runners here, trailing by 3. Down to their last 9 outs. Tostenson able to check his swing there. The home plate umpire checks down the first base line to the infield umpire, who indicates that Tostenson indeed did not go around. That will bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 delivery from Caden Nelson will hit the outside corner, ring him up. That's a strikeout looking for out number 1. That's the 4th strikeout of the game for Caden Nelson. With 1 gone in the bottom of the 5th, brings to the plate the 3-batter for the Royals, Griffin Hoganson. 0 for 2 on the afternoon, a couple of ground outs to the shortstop, Kosadowski, who plays his position incredibly well. To be the starting shortstop for Post 2, you got to be able to flash leather, and he's done that a couple of times. And a called strike, backdoor curveball. Hoganson looks at it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 gone. In the bottom of the 5th, nobody on base. Caden Nelson working from the windup. His 1-1 delivery, another ground ball to the shortstop. Kosadowski fields that one and quickly throws it over to first base. He is a smooth defensive shortstop. So that's the 3rd time Hoganson has grounded out to Kosadowski. So that's a quick 2 outs in the home half of inning number 5. Brings to the plate Alex Seaver. Seaver's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He singled and came around to score in the 2nd and grounded out to the 3rd baseman in inning number 3. First pitch Seaver sees is a ball that misses up and away. Once again, Grand Forks reliant on trying to start a 2-out rally. After Tostenson struck out looking and Hoganson grounded out to the shortstop for the 3rd time of game number 1 of this doubleheader. Second pitch of the at-bat from Nelson misses inside to Griffin Hoganson. Or correction, this is Alex Seaver at the plate for the Grand Forks Royals. 2 balls, no strikes, and he swings through the 2-0 offering from Caden Nelson. Brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. It's in the dirt. So now a hitter's count in favor of Alex Seaver, the cleanup batter for the Grand Forks Royals. 3 balls, 1 strike. Caden Nelson in his 5th inning of work has the potential to be the most efficient inning since inning number 1. And that's a strike swinging. Swinging through an off-speed pitch is Seaver. That'll bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. And a curveball that Nelson thought found its way over the inside part of the plate. And I have to say, I don't disagree with him necessarily. It's called the ball. Advancing to first base will be Seaver. His 2nd time on the base paths. He has a single and now a walk. That brings Keegan Hensrud to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He reached on an error and came around to score in the 2nd, and then had a base hit in inning number 3. An opposite field single down the first base line for Hensrud in the 3rd. First pitch of his 3rd plate appearance misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes, with Alex Seaver standing on first base after his 2-out walk. Interesting to see here what the game plan will be for the Royals if they decide to move Seaver over to second base to put him into scoring position. Seaver stays put. The delivery from Nelson misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Keegan Hensrud. And now Schrum is going to call time, and he's going to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher, Caden Nelson. After a 2-out walk and then 2 consecutive balls thrown to the 5-batter Hensrud. Schrum is going to try calm down Caden Nelson, who maybe thought he earned a strikeout looking against Alex Seaver with the count full. However, it was called the ball. It was very close, very near the inside corner against Seaver. And now Nelson is going to have to regain control of the strike zone. And the 2-0 offering misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes now to Hensrud, who will have the stop sign here after 4 consecutive balls thrown by Caden Nelson, the starting pitcher for Fargo Post 2. A strike that hit the upper inside corner. 3 balls, 1 strikes. The 3-1 is fouled up and out of play. A late swing there from Hensrud. The foul ball goes up and over the Grand Forks Royals dugout down the first base line. So now the count is full. That means Seaver will be running on the pitch. Oshak backed off the bag. Now we have time called by the home plate umpire. Unsure who called it, whether that was Hensrud or the catcher. Nevertheless, we're right back to the action. Once again, Seaver will be running on the pitch. 3-2 count, 2 outs, and it is going to be a strikeout swinging. The throw over to first base is handled by Oshak, and Grand Forks is held off the scoreboard yet again. We head to the 6th. Fargo Post 2 leading the Grand Forks Royals by a score of 5-2 on our All True Health System scoreboard. This is North Dakota Legion Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
We welcome you back to the KNOX Live Sports Network. We are in inning number 6, this North Dakota Legion baseball matchup between Grand Forks Post 6, the Royals, taking on Post number 2 out of Fargo. Score is 5-2 on our All True Health System scoreboard. Post 2 has the heart of their order upcoming. The 3-4-5 batters, starting off with the shortstop, Wyatt Kozadowski. Kozadowski is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He had a single and came around to score in the 3rd and laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 4th. Leading off inning number 6 with Post number 2 leading the Royals by a score of 5-2. Kozadowski looking to lay down yet another bunt. He fans through that one. So it's going to be a no ball, 1 strike count to the 3 batter. Forcing Rykow to now play in on the grass. Kozadowski will pull this one foul down the 3rd base line. And it's a pitcher's count in favor of Griffin Hoganson. No balls, 2 strikes. ball. Now the count is 1-2. And Kozadowski lifts this one up and out of play. That's going to be a foul ball, so the count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fargo has 8 base hits in the baseball game. Grand Forks has 3 base hits, and this is going to be another base hit for Fargo post 2. Kozadowski with the leadoff single, hitting that 5-6 hole, getting past a diving Ryan Rykow. So more traffic on the base paths for Griffin Hoganson. Leadoff single brings to the plate Jonah DeYoung, the cleanup batter for post 2. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. He walked in inning number 3 and flew out to the center fielder in the first and grounded out to the third baseman in inning number 4. Fastball hits the outside corner, first pitch of this at-bat. So DeYoung is down, no balls, 1 strike to Griffin Hoganson, who is in his 6th inning of work. Hoganson checking on Kozadowski. Slides back into first base safely. And now Kozadowski running on the pitch. It's flown out to left field, caught by Tostenson. Having to go back to first base is Kozadowski. So that will be an F7 for out number 1. Running on the pitch was Kozadowski, so expect a couple more checkovers from Griffin Hoganson. So with 1 out and a runner on first in the top of inning number 6, Caden Nelson comes to the plate. Caden Nelson 1 for 3 in the ball game. He had a single in inning number 2 and came around to score in what was a 2-run inning for post 2 in the second. He also grounded into a fielder's choice in the third and flew out to center field in inning number 5. And as we expected, Hoganson checking on Kozadowski after he was running on the previous pitch. Kozadowski running yet again. Larson with a quick pop-up time. Close play at the bag, but Kozadowski is able to slide in safely. Nice all-around play, both defensively and on the base paths for Kozadowski. He will be credited with a stolen base. So a runner in scoring position now for Caden Nelson. An opportunity to help extend the lead. Get an additional insurance run for Fargo post 2. And after a foul ball, it looks like David Larson took that one in a sensitive area. He's a little bit shaken up behind the plate. The home plate umpire is going to walk an additional ball out to the pitcher, Griffin Hoganson, to give Larson time to shake off that injury. A lot of bumps and bruises playing the catching position. Without a doubt, the most physically demanding spot on the field, both physically and mentally, for that matter. Larson appears to be okay. Definitely not his first rodeo. 1 out, top of inning number 6, runner in scoring position. That's Kozadowski after his leadoff single, and then he stole second base during this at-bat for Caden Nelson. It's a ball called high. Unsure what the count is. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a Caden Nelson. Pitcher's count for Griffin Hoganson, going up against the opposing pitcher for Fargo post 2. And a breaking ball that didn't break quite enough. Started off right at the body of Nelson, who was willing to take it, but it broke in just enough to avoid a hit by pitch, but not so far to be called a strike. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 delivery from Hoganson is grounded to third base. Rykow looks back the runner. Strong throw over to first base, and playing it off 1 hop is Carenta. Nice, strong defensive play there for Grand Forks. That will be a 5-3 put out for out number 2, holding Kozadowski at second base. And that will bring to the plate Hunter Guerre. Hunter Guerre, 2 for 2 in the ball game, and now we're going to get a pitching change for the Grand Forks Royals. And we're going to take a quick break here. We will be right back and let you know what position changes are made by post number 6 for Grand Forks, the Royals. This is North Dakota Legion Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
New pitcher in the game for the Grand Forks Royals. It's the side armor Keegan Hensrud coming in from his position at second base. That will close the book for Griffin Hoganson. He was able to make it through 6 2/3 innings. 5 2/3 innings, correction. Giving up 5 runs. The amount of runs that are earned is yet to be determined. The Royals have 3 errors up on the scoreboard. Opposed to Fargo Post 2, they only have 1 error. 9 base hits for Post 2, 3 for the Royals. And now Hoganson comes into the ball game with 2 outs in inning number 6 with a runner in scoring position going up against Hunter Guerre, who is 2 for 2 on the afternoon. He walked in the second, came around to score, and then has a pair of singles in innings 3 and 5. So Guerre trying to stay hot at the plate with an RBI opportunity, and he drives this one out to the outfield, and this will allow Brevik to settle underneath that one, and he will retire the side. So 1 pitch for Hensrud, and he gets 1 out. That is going to be an F8 for out number 3. We are headed to the bottom of the 6th. Fargo Post 2 leading the Grand Forks Royals by a score of 5-2 on our All-True Health System scoreboard. This is North Dakota Legion Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
And we move to the bottom of the 6th of this North Dakota Legion baseball game between your Grand Forks Royals and Fargo Post 2. Post 2 leading the Royals on our All-True Health System scoreboard by a score of 5-2. This is KNOX Live Sports, brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage. Check out all of their specialized seeds at rivards.com. And Grand Trailer Sales, trailer parts, trailer sales, and trailer service all can be found in East Grand Forks off of Highway 2. It appears we have potentially a new pitcher. I'm going to have to double-check my lineup card here for Post 2. That would close the book on Caden Nelson. And we do have a new pitcher trying to get a number here. That is number 16, and that's Jonah DeYoung, now pitching for Fargo Post 2. And 6, 7, 8 batters due up against the new pitcher for Fargo Post 2. That is Jonah DeYoung. Ryan Rykow leading off the home half of the 6th for the Royals. First pitch he sees is a fastball that clips the outside corner, called a strike. So that closes the book for Caden Nelson. He's able to work his way through 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. One of those runs being earned. A swinging strike there on the second pitch of Ryan Rykow's at bat. Falls behind, no balls, 2 strikes. And a check swing on a fastball that just missed the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two delivery misses upstairs, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Royals in desperate need of base runners, trailing by 3, down to their final 6 outs. And DeYoung on the 2-2 pitch is able to strike out Rykow, who swings through the 2-2 offering. So 1 batter faced for DeYoung, 1 strikeout. 1 gone in the bottom of inning number 6. That brings to the plate Rylan Carinta, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He laid down a sacrifice bunt in inning number 2 and then struck out swinging in the 3rd. Carinta down, no balls, 1 strike. Looks at a ball, that'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Carinta trying to get on base, the 7 batter for the Royals. Looks at a ball just below the knees. Makes the count 2 balls, 1 strike. DeYoung moving with pace on the mound. The 2-1 offering from DeYoung misses upstairs, makes it a hitter's count in favor of Rylan Carinta. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the 3-1 offering misses below the knees, so that's going to be a 1-out walk for Carinta. He reaches base for the first time in the ball game, and that will bring to the plate Cam Irian. Cam Irian is 0 for 1 in the ball game. He walked in inning number 2, was stranded on third base, and then grounded out to the shortstop in the 4th with 1 out, runner on first base. A strike, the lower half of the strike zone, delivered by Jonah DeYoung to Cam Irian, the right fielder for Grand Forks, post number 6, the Royals. They trail post number 2 out of Fargo by a score of 5-2. Strike at the knees. DeYoung working ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the bottom of inning number 6. Runner on first base is Rylan Carinta after the 1-out walk. So Irian's going to have to choke up on the bat. And he looks at an off-speed pitch in the dirt. Good job holding off there is Carinta. He's going to want to choke up on the bat and swing at anything close, protect the strike zone. The 1-2 from DeYoung hits the outside corner. That's a strikeout looking. So 2 strikeouts here in the 6th for Jonah DeYoung. There's 2 outs with the runner on first. That brings up the 9 batter, David Larson. Larson 0 for 1 in the ball game. He walked in the 2nd and then grounded out right back to the pitcher in the 4th. Trying to get on base to bring the on-deck batter, the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Braden Breivik, to the plate, who would represent the tying run if Larson were able to find his way onto the base paths. It's a strike on the outside corner, a check swing from Larson. That'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Healthy cut there from Larson on the curveball. He was able to get his bat on it, but it goes right into the glove of the catcher for Fargo Post 2. That's Schrum. Now it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count with 2 outs. And that is a ball that just barely misses the outside corner. Trying to get Larson to chase the curveball. They'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first base. David Larson at the plate. And strikeout. Jonah DeYoung strikes out the side. We head to the top of the 7th. This is North Dakota Legion Baseball on KNOX Live Sports. Post 2 leading the Grand Forks Royals by a score of 5-2.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blue Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
We're in the 7th inning here on the KNOX Live Sports Network, brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. Keegan Hensrud remains on the mound for the Grand Forks Royals. He had 1/3 of an inning of work coming in to finish off inning number 6 for Grand Forks, striking out the only batter he faced. Correction, he did not strike out. Guerre flew out to center field. 1 pitch so far for Keegan Hensrud. Due up in the 7th for post 2 are going to be the 7, 8, 9 batters, the bottom of the order for post 2. And Grand Forks is going to want to hold the lead to 3 for Fargo. The top of the order due up for Grand Forks in the 7th. So if they're able to hold the lead at 3 for Fargo post 2, the top of the order would come up with an opportunity to put 3 runs across the board to tie this game up in the 7th. First pitch swinging is Brandon Hilmert, and he's going to hit a base knock out to left field. That's going to be a leadoff single to start inning number 7 for Fargo post 2 off the bat of Brandon Hilmert. He is now 2 for 4 in the ball game. A pair of singles, 1 in the 2nd and 1 just now here in inning number 7. That'll bring to the plate Henry Schrum. The catcher for post 2 is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He walked in inning number 5, his most recent plate appearance. Rykow playing in on the grass at third base, anticipating a bunt, and going on the pitch is Hilmert, and he is going to get a stolen base. The pitch was called a strike. So no balls, 1 strike to Henry Schrum. But it's a productive pitch for post 2 as Hilmert is able to snag second base. So no outs, runner in scoring position for post 2. Their 8-batter Henry Schrum at the plate. He looks at strike 2 on the outside corner. And Schrum, the catcher for post 2, knows his pitchers have not been getting that spot consistently throughout the day, so he showed his displeasure only momentarily. He's right back into the batter's box. The count is no balls, 2 strikes. And a ball hit right back up the middle, played by the second baseman. That's Seaver. Nice throw over to first base for an out. We're going to capture that replay. That has, as of right now, that is our leading contender for our finest auto trim cover of the game. Let's show you that replay, brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. A ground ball right back up the middle. That's played by Seaver, moving from shortstop over to second base after the pitching change. Goes down to one knee and then delivers a strike over to first base for out number 1 in inning number 7. That brings to the plate Peyton Spitzer. Is a productive out, however, and now we have a ground ball to the shortstop. Hoganson comes home with it, and Larson lays down the tag. With the infield in, a ground ball to the shortstop, and Griffin Hoganson is able to deliver a strike. That's actually Alex Seaver. So Hoganson made the nice play at second base. Seaver making the play at shortstop, delivering a strike to the catcher, David Larson. And Grand Forks is on the verge of escaping a jam here in the 7th to hold the lead at 3 for Fargo post 2. That's going to be a fielder's choice, 6-2. Brandon Hilmert thrown out, trying to score. Now standing on first will be Peyton Spitzer. Back to the top of the order for post 2, Sam Oshak. First pitch he sees is called to strike. Keegan Hensrud working from the stretch. Spitzer getting a big lead over at first base. Just daring Hensrud to try a pickoff attempt. The 0-1 delivery is called to ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Spitzer going on the pitch. Ball outside. Larson did not field it cleanly. So that's going to be a stolen base for Spitzer. Pitch was called to ball. Brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Now Oshak with an RBI opportunity. A runner at second base with 2 outs. And a foul ball. Hit right back to the backstop. Will even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oshak 1 for 4 in the ball game. He had an RBI single in inning number 5. The 2-2 delivery from Hensrud. He really mixes up his arm slots. That's a ball that misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. First base is unoccupied. Hensrud has a place to put him. And the 3-2 misses inside. So Oshak will occupy the vacant first base. Staying at second is Spitzer. And that will bring to the plate Caleb Brigham. Brigham 1 for 4 himself. He had an RBI single in inning number 4. He brought Spitzer around to score, trying to do the same here in inning number 7. The first pitch of his 5th plate appearance is called to strike. Down 1, no balls, 1 strike. Runners on first and second with 2 outs in the top half of inning number 7. And another strike that hits the upper outside corner. So now it's a pitcher's count for Keegan Hensrud. No balls, 2 strikes going up against Caleb Brigham, the second baseman for Fargo Post 2. And swinging at the 0-2 delivery from Hensrud is Brigham, and he lifts that one up and out of play down the first base line. So staying alive in the at-bat is Brigham. Getting ready for the 4th pitch of this at-bat. Still a no ball, 2 strike count. And the 0-2 delivery misses just below the knees. A 1-2 count. A ground ball to third base. Rykow's going to try win the race to third, and he does win to get the force out. So that is going to be an unassisted 5 unassisted for out number 3. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th. The Royals need 3 runs. They're down to their final 3 outs. This is Grand Forks Royals baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Welcome back to the KNOX Live Sports Network. We are in the home half of inning number 7. The Royals trailing Fargo Post 2 by a score of 5-2 on our All True Health System scoreboard, needing to push 3 runs across home plate to extend the ball game. The top of the order due up for the Royals on the KNOX Live Sports Network, brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. Leading off the 7th for the Royals is going to be Braden Brevik. Brevik is 0 for 3 in the ball game. 1 strikeout to his record. Trying to get on base. Start a rally here against the relief pitcher for Fargo Post 2. That's Jonah DeYoung. DeYoung struck out the side, one above the minimum in the bottom half of inning number 6. Firm fastball on the outside corner that Brevik swings through for strike number 1. The first pitch of this at-bat to lead off inning number 7. The 0-1 delivery from DeYoung is a fastball that misses upstairs. That'll even the count. Braden Brevik, the speedy center fielder, batting from the right side for the Royals. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Brevik. Another firm fastball from DeYoung. The count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a fastball that misses inside, just inches away from the bat from Brevik. Could have been a foul ball on a pitch that almost hits him. That's maybe a pitch where you'd like to see Brevik lean into that to get on base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's able to fight that one off to keep the at-bat alive. A foul ball that comes back to the backstop. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. An off-speed pitch that did not break into the zone there from DeYoung brings the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Solid at-bat here thus far from Braden Brevik, making DeYoung work. And the 3-2 pitch is fouled off. Up and out of play right behind us here from the brand new grandstands at Kraft Field here in Grand Forks. Beautiful night for North Dakota Legion baseball. Couldn't ask for better weather on this Tuesday evening. The 3-2 pitch is lined down the third base line off the glove of the third baseman for post 2, but he's able to make a strong throw over to first base as we have, not sure, Jonah DeYoung started the game at third base. Nice solid defensive play there for the third baseman for Fargo post 2. I believe he's wearing jersey number 13, so I'm going to be able to give recognition to that outstanding defensive play. That brings to the plate Caden Tostenson. First pitch he sees, he swings and misses. A 0-1 delivery is popped up. That one should stay in play. It's leaking into foul territory. Oshak catches that one right in front of the Royals dugout on the first base line for out number 2. And now the Royals are down to their final out. Griffin Hoganson comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. All 3 of his outs have been 6-3 putouts. Hoganson, the last hope for the Royals. It's been a quality baseball game thus far between Fargo post 2 and the Grand Forks Royals out of post number 6. First pitch curveball finds the inside corner for strike number 1. 0-1 fastball just barely misses that outside corner. May have missed a tad low. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 delivery from DeYoung is a curveball. Nice off-speed pitch there from DeYoung. Catches Hoganson off balance. And the Royals are now down to their final strike. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Hoganson drives this one out to center field. This should do it. Gier settles under that one in center, and he will catch that one to put the game away. Final score: Fargo post 2, 5, Grand Forks Royals 2 on our all-true health system scoreboard. A great baseball game to behold, and we were happy to bring you video coverage. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break here, a word from our sponsors, and when we come back, we will bring you the post-game show. Brought to you by Lake Region State College and Spray Advantage.
There's never been a better time of year than now to get that new Ford from Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks. It's the model year closeout, and you can drive off in a new F-150 XLT and save up to $14,500 or choose low 2.9% financing for 60 months. Ford Escape, another great buy. Save up to $4,250 and get low 1.9% for 66 months. Hurry in for huge discounts and low financing during our model year closeout at Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blue Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
And welcome to our post-game show on the KNOX Live Sports Network. We just wrapped up North Dakota Legion baseball game where the Grand Forks Royals fell to Fargo Post 2 by a score of 5-2 on our All True Health System scoreboard. This post-game show is brought to you by Lake Region State College. We change lives. Also, Spray Advantage, everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. We're going to bring you through a quick scoring summary, just the amount of runs scored per inning by team. Post 2 got the scoring started in inning number 2, pushing 2 runs across home plate. Grand Forks was able to respond in the home half of inning number 2, pushing 2 runs of their own across home plate. So going into inning number 3, the score was 2-2, all tied up between Post 2 and the Grand Forks Royals. Then Post 2 was able to push a run across in the 3rd, push a run across in the 4th, and then push a run across in They were able to push a run across in the 3rd. They were able to push a run across in the 4th. That made it 4-2. Then they were able to push a run across in the 5th. That made it 5-2, and that concluded our scoring. So the score was 2-2 going into inning number 3, and then Post 2 is able to get a run in each inning number 3, inning number 4, and inning number 5, and that brought us to our final score on our All True Health System scoreboard. Fargo Post 2, 5. Grand Forks Royals 2, and that is a scoring summary brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. The lamp does indeed shine brighter at Bergstrom Electric, where they light the lamp. Now let's move into our awards section of our post-game show. I'm going to start us off with our what we will call our Proceed highlight of the game. Need seed, think Proceed, and this is going to be that defensive play in the top of the 7th. And this was a great play at second base, executed well by Griffin Hoganson. Hoganson running to his right, slides on his knees, gets up and delivers a strike over to the first baseman, Rylan Carinta. So that is going to double as our Proceed highlight of the game. Need seed, think Proceed. Along with it is also going to be our finest auto trim cover of the game for the best defensive play of the matchup between Fargo Post 2 and the Grand Forks Royals. Finest auto trim, big or small, they will cover it all. Whether you want to reupholster your favorite seat in your tractor, your vehicle, your SUV, whatever it may be, Finest Auto Trim will be able to cover it all, big or small. So those are a couple of awards for the best plays, both overall for the highlight of the game, brought to you by Proceed, and the best defensive play of the game, brought to you by Finest Auto Trim. Now we're going to make our way over to the PS Garage Doors player of the game. And our player of the game, this is a tough decision. Not one single player necessarily stood out, but I'm going to give it to a player who started at shortstop for post 2, and that is Wyatt Kozadowski. At the plate, he went 2 for 4. He scored the game-winning run. After a one-out single in inning number 3, he stole second base and then came around to score on the RBI single from Hunter Guerre. And then his play in the field for Wyatt Kozadowski is what really separates him as the recipient of our PS Garage Doors player of the game. For example, Griffin Hoganson, his first 3 at-bats, all grounding out to the shortstop, and just a real fluid motion out at that shortstop position for Wyatt Kozadowski. And because of his performance at the plate, going 2 for 4, scoring the game-winning run in inning number 3, and his performance in the field, Wyatt Kozadowski is going to be our PS Garage Doors player of the game. The PS stands for Pride in Service. So that's going to do it for our broadcast today. We're going to send you to one final break, and then we will end our coverage of North Dakota Legion baseball. Game number 2 still yet to be played. We will not carry that game for you here on KNOX Live Sports. We encourage you, if you're able and have nothing else going on this evening, come on down to Kraft Field and check it out. Just a great evening for baseball in Grand Forks, and we were happy to bring you coverage for Grand Forks Royals baseball. Until next time, Sam Jensen, Joey Spanger signing off. Have a wonderful evening.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a part